Hey y'all, it's your girl Anna, and we are back in Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker patch 6.1 Newfound Adventure. In the last stream, we just got a lot of the busy work knocked out of the way. We made our adventure plane. There we go. So y'all can take a look at our adventure plane. I think it's pretty cool. So we did that. Then we unlocked PvP. Then we started MSQ. Got our new outfit from Tataru. Had to go and set up that glamour. It looks pretty good. I like it. This room is lit in a very interesting way. And then we continued on with MSQ, which brought us to Thavnir, where we learned about this hidden vault, right? And we got a dude super drunk, got some information, found the map, met up with Estinian, bought the map, met up with Estinian, went out, recruited some friends, which you see everyone here, Estinian, Y'shtola, Graha, Orianche. And we made our way out to the island where the map was leading us. Which was this pretty nice dungeon. I enjoyed it. I like dungeons that are open. So we got a nice open area to run through, and before we came down here inside this vault. We beated all the enemies here, defeated. And then we met up with Farshan, who came here saying that we were petty thieves. How dare we break into his vault? And we were really curious about what the heck was in this jar, so he opened it up for us, and because he sealed this away himself, and it is clearly an abyss gate. Very interesting. So by that time, we ended up needing to take a break because we didn't want the VOD to, blow itself up, which happens if you go over 4 hours on YouTube, at least with my level of influence on YouTube, which is incredibly low. But yeah, we're about to continue the story and find out what's going on with this abyss gate. See if it's useful in Y'shtola's quest to find a passageway to the other reflections. That's the big one. We're on just in a new adventure, something exciting. Raha was adventure and came with us. Estinian's looking for treasure because he wants to donate money to help families hurt by the final days. Orianche came with us because he's been researching treasure vaults because of the map dungeons that the Loppers are creating. So they managed to work that into lore, which I think is cute. Drink water. There we go. So yeah. As always, if you enjoy the stream, please consider leaving a like, and if you want to be notified about future streams, please consider subscribing. So here we go. Let's talk to Graha and get this going. Void gates and fissures are much the same thing in practice, in the sense that they both allow passage between the source and the 13th. The difference in terminology refers to the circumstances of their creation. A fissure is an incidental tear in the fabric between worlds, whereas a void gate is the product of deliberate action. I suspect this is the latter, judging by the elaborate mechanism put in place to control it. To think that our search for material riches would lead to this priceless discovery, that swirling emptiness, it puts me in mind of old friends, not to mention old foes. I hope there's more MSQ after this. You may now enter Alzadal's legacy with a party of NPC avatars. To make use of this feature, use the trust interface. Yes. A brother's grief. Y'shtola is appraising the void gate with a scholarly eye.
I must admit, I am deathly curious to know how a void gate came to be hidden in the depths of these ruins.
To tell that tale, we must first peer far to the south, and even further into memory.
Ooh, we got some good music going.
An age 5 millennia passed when the Algan Empire sent an invading force to the shores of Meracidia.
Oh, we're going way back.
The southern people rallied around the commanding figures of Bahamut and Tiamat and fought fiercely to repel the would-be conquerors. With Bahamut's defeat, however, the tide turned against them. Desperate to seize any advantage, the Mercidians resorted to summoning primal entities.
The Warring Triad. Interesting.
In response, Emperor Zande forged a covenant with the Cloud of Darkness, sovereign among the all-devouring denizens of the Void.
I've defeated her.
Thus bolstered by icons on one side and Void Scent on the other, the two armies clashed in a battle of unspeakable carnage. So much death, so much loss.
I consider myself well versed in that period of history, yet you speak as one who witnessed it happen.
Indeed, I did. I heard Tiamat's roar of defiance and sped toward that war-torn land. Along with my sibling, Ashdaya.
Astaya.
We dragons are not male or female as men are wont to classify, but elder sister is the closest a mortal tongue can come to describing what she meant to me. I was the last of our brood to hatch, and Ashdaya cared for me where my sire could not. Thus I was with her when Tiamat roared, I was with her when she journeyed south, and I was with her when she fought against the Void-sent hordes. Yet no matter how many of their vile fiends we cast down, more rose from the abyss to take their place. Faced with an unwinnable war of attrition, Ashdaya risked her all on a final gamble. She plunged through the Void Gate itself to strike at the root of their strength.
Interesting.
I tried to follow in her wake, determined to lend what aid I could. But even as I came upon Alag's glittering tower, I saw the rift close behind her. And Ashdaya has been lost to us ever since.
I find I must retract my earlier claim of historical knowledge. Nowhere in the Crystal Tower's archives did I see mention of such noble sacrifice.
That does not surprise me. To Allagan eyes, it must have seemed as if a lone dragon, driven to madness, simply dove through the gate and did not return. For my part, I spent long years searching for the means to reunite with Ashdaya. Until I could search no more. Until Alag was dust, and the art to open a void gate large enough to accommodate a dragon forever lost.
Yet you have the beginnings of a gate right here, under the control of a harnessed device.
My discovery came before Radzat Han was founded, Though I scoured the lands for a method to cross the rift, it was beneath the sea that I chanced to find a natural planar fissure. It was, however, far too narrow to admit a worm's bulk. Only after our city rose upon the rock, and I could enlist the aid of our talented alchemists, did matters take a favorable turn.
Favorable, you saying?
Their dedication was beyond reproach. Tirelessly they worked to expand the fissure, and after decades of toil, it finally grew to a size that a child might pass through.
So this is the real reason for Vershan. Like, we've already had a good bit of lore explaining why Vershan exists. This takes it to another level.
Not long ago, you told us that you called out to your kin, but Ashdaya's answer was silence. I suspect the conclusion to your tale was not a joyful one.
With hope in my heart, I used a simulacrum to cross the threshold. But no, I did not find her. What I found was a host of voidsent clamoring around the opening they had sensed. It was but a moment, but enough. I had no choice but to retreat and allow the portal to contract once more.
The gate was a threat to your people. You had to decide between endangering Razathan and abandoning your sister. You chose the latter.
Hmm.
'Twas not that thy siblings scorned thy call. 'Twas that she was trapped beyond a barrier through which neither roar nor dragon may pass. Even now, in the desolate world of the 13th.
I can scarce imagine your pain, yet it was wise not to linger in that place. Too long a sojourn, and even a being of your power risks being warped into a creature of the void. You've seen this phenomenon before, when we stepped into the darkness.
Hmm. I remember when Nero turned purple.
As did I. Were it not for Une and Doga, or Nero for that matter, we might never have made it home. Do you remember what happened to Nero? How his wounds allowed the void's corruption to enter his body and twist his ether? Had it been allowed to progress much longer, I presume he would have been fully transformed.
Then there is little hope for Ashdaya.
No.
Ah, no. I hadn't meant to. I speak only of possibilities. The scales of the first brood are extraordinarily resistant to ethereal fluctuations. They are the protective talisman's core components after all, and even the corruption I described would struggle to overcome. Of course. With the warding scale in one's possession, one could conceivably survive a stay in the 13th without being warped by its energies.
Oh.
Be that as it may, it is too late to rescue my sister. 5,000 years too late. And now countless others look to me for guidance and protection.
You want us to go? I want to go.
So when I sensed intruders in the ruins, I came only to ensure that the gate remained closed. That, and to secure the treasure, of course. I wish only to forget the rest.
Y'shtola is like, but that's her way into another reflection. I am hungry. Chaos. Graha, just say chaos. Chaos. Perhaps we were a touch zealous in a rush to uncover the vault secrets. So I wonder if this is why no one comes back to speak the tale. Like, obviously this place is dangerous. But, and there is treasure. Vitra might be just like, look, yo, you can't talk about this. Because they said people returned. If anyone in the FC is up to anything, it's mostly been quiet because people don't want to spoil anything. I did see someone said that PvP is only solo queue. I hope that's not the case. I'm ready to jump into some PvP with the boys. Who am I talking to here? Rashawn? Rashawn, anyway. The Kapikulu has been reduced to scrap. I'm sorry, it was us. Everyone's all shifty-eyed. They don't admit it. Why such guilty faces? Surely isn't you who's responsible for this. Oh. I'm sorry, my dude. So much effort for such a little door. That little door you speak of leads to an abyss teeming with unspeakable horrors. That said, in its current state, it would admit only the lowliest of voids sent from the other side. No man would be able to pass through. No man? I think Alphino would fit, given a firm enough push. Physical size is only one consideration. The true restriction hinges upon the etheric density of the soul in transit. And yet you succeeded in expanding this diminutive portal and sending your simulacrum to the 13th. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. But the process has long since been forgotten. Mm-hmm. There's no need to preserve such esoteric and dangerous knowledge. Thus the gate lain dormant for years untouched. Yep, there's that. So I wonder if the Void Gate we opened, I mean, it looked like the one used in World of Darkness. Well, Cloud of Darkness. Also like the Void Arc stuff. Periodically, it should be possible to reconnect the gate by forging a new pact, but such deals usually end in betrayal and death. In any case, we should attempt to gain an understanding of the bounty gate. What prompted you to search for the vault in the first place? It was all Stinian's idea. As you have seen, the fabulous wealth in the stories is quite real, if not its rumored origin. I'm afraid I must assert a prior claim. I've been adding to that trove for years, little by little, but the time has come to spend it, but I'm... Ah, there you go. Spend all the money. That's part of why we went. Yep, that is totally our plan. Would you object if I were to conduct a closer examination of the game? Y'shtola is not ready to give up. Okay, so Orianji is going to go back to the Labyrinths. Raha's going to go back to Charlian. We can discuss my findings once I return. You'll not be rid of me so easily, but I want to go through the Void Gate. Well, I hope this isn't the end of MSQ. You may now undertake the Chronicles of a New Area quest series, Myths of the Realm. Oh, it seems like I am done with the MSQ, because that quest line's for the 24-man raid. The difficult part in all this will be deciding how best to put these riches to use. Will you lend me your assistant? Sure. Oh, and Estinian's coming with us. Nice. Meanwhile, elsewhere... Very interesting. Giant throne. What do we have here? Chaos? No. That's a lot of elements. Is this chaos? I hope it's chaos. Yeah, it's the 4 elements. No, that... It's chaos. Please let it be chaos. Throne of Earth. I sense the breaching of a gate, but it was not instigated from this side. It was torn open from the other. I too felt it. A rare occurrence, yes, but such a tiny portal is beneath our notice. There are more pressing matters at hand. The opportunity is upon us, the coming of which we've awaited for nigh 10,000 years. We dare not let it slip our grasp. Yet we must not underestimate she who bested the cloud of darkness. Even restrained by a covenant, the cloud was not black. Even restrained by a covenant, the cloud was no feeble wisp, to be dispersed by some flesh and blood mortal. Bah! Let her come. I'll drown the world and watch this fleshling gasp for breath beneath in her fight. Ooh, she's gonna drown us. The Knight in Black. Your zeal is admirable, but forget not our cause. Did we specifically get Final Fantasy Origins so that we have the build-up for Chaos? That would be amazing, and it would also tie into why both 14 and Origins got pushed back together. Think back on our struggles beneath the sunless sky. Remember why we cede not our will to fight. "'Tis time we set the war in motion and win redemption for our star." Oh. I'm so glad we played Stranger Paradise. This leads together really well. Even if it isn't Chaos, I get big Chaos vibes. It's Garland. It's Jack. Oh, it'd be so cool if it is Jack. Let's see. For to spend the treasure wisely, we must first determine which groups will benefit the most from monetary assistance. Some of my citizens may find it intimidating to speak with the Sawstrip directly. I would ask that you act in my stead. Anna, you are to visit Akayali and Gedlamald, speak to Matsuya and his people, and listen to their grievances. Stinian, I bid you do the same at Palaka Stand. I will be conducting my own inquiries at the Giant Skull grounds. Do you trust Estinian with money? Well, time to go talk to Matsuya. Let's see. We should be able to... Yeah, we can go there pretty cheap. Just checking to see if the FC's been up to anything. Doesn't look like it. Then again, there were a lot of whatchamacallit. A lot of emotes going on. Let me look At our Discord real quick, see if there's anything cool going on. See someone streaming. He's streaming for us. PvP? I think he's streaming PvP. Let's see. Boom. Alright. Double healer. Okay, yeah, they're doing PvP. I want to do PvP. Well, let's keep doing story first. Throw a message in chat real quick. Oh, Anna. Let's see what he's saying here. Sadly, it's solo, it's fun, but restricted to solo. That's unfortunate. I want to go with my group. So glad to see you had returned unharmed. You finished with the boat. Anything the village desperately needs? Kazal's loss hits us the hardest. I'm trying to find buyers for my fish, but although I sell a few here and there, it's so much more difficult than it was before. Everyone's still struggling to rebuild their lives. For now, we're just banding together as best we can. Huh. Why is PvP solo? I don't remember them saying PvP was going to be restricted to solo. Depending on when we finish MSQ, we'll probably, well, we also have to do the quest to unlock Alliance Raid. The special armor lasting. I mean, it's good. It helped us out before. 3 bottles for 19,800 gil. No, my dude. Stealing at that price, you're the only thief around here. I am not a Stinian. You're the one that was with the spear toting fellow? Yes. Sister, spare me. We might as well have that ugly. Ooh. Still, travelers aren't picking up yet. You're scamming adventurers. Because that's what you think is the only way you can make ends meet, I see. Trade routes are open once more, but no small number of merchants have had to sell their ships to make ends meet. Add to that the sailors we lost in the final days, and it's little wonder the flow of exports is no more than a pitiful trickle. If Khalzal and his consortium were still with us, I'm sure he'd have found a way to turn our fortunes around. Okay. So we need to go to Vitra's castle, or his throne. Drink water, Nyan. I send out these messages? Yes, I did. Or Sean, you're back. Why do you retain this vessel now that your true form is known? You could have flown across the land in a fraction of the time. Too big. Future is too dummy thick to go into town. Fair enough. Everyone grins at that. So the people were unanimous in their replying. They are surviving. Resources were stretched to the limit when refugees were pouring in, but they preserved some with the assistance from Yaldemald. From what I understand, they have always been an independent community, hunters and foragers and the like. And I was assured that the jungle provides for their needs for the most part. Okay, yeah, Palaka stands weather disaster better than most. Definitely. For good news and bad news. Quarrymen were cautiously optimistic, having just sold a wagon full of giant skull to a foreign trader, but such visitors are few and far between. Compared to our best years, the weight of stone leaving Thavnir has been light indeed. Our nation is small and isolated, its prosperity dependent on a steady stream of exports. We must identify any obstacles to the flow of trade. I mean, most people sold their boats. Without a dedicated buyer, the average fisherman must struggle to offload his daily catch. Which is why I believe we should first address the lack of ships. So we need boats and sailors. So many variations of the same tragic tale, repeated over and over, so many lives lost. Yeah, we need new boat people, new sailors. Poor kiddo. Oh, what about the pirates? Limza. I mean, give them enough money, I'm sure they'll take it over. Picha. Remember when dragons used to not speak? Like, they spoke in roars and stuff? Remember when the Asians used to speak like Greek?
The riches the Radiant Host have retrieved were hoarded in Al-Zadal's name. A fortune I set aside for a future day of need. And lo, that day hath come. May it aid our wounded city in reclaiming its vibrancy and vigor. In better times, I would leave such a task to our capable Ahawan. God's rest his soul. merchants must have their operations restored, their ships rebuilt. Commerce must flow once more. None were spared the tragedy of the final days. Of this I am well aware.
I just noticed he's still missing all his scales he gave for the talismans.
But an absence was created by the loss of Karzal's consortium. And by filling it, we provide new means for our fishermen, our artisans, and others to bring their wares to distant markets.
Hmm.
And what of the children who were left without family to care for them?
That is a concern which weigheth heavily upon my mind. A simple gift of coin will soon be exhausted, leaving these young souls adrift on the fringes of our society.
Why don't we create an orphanage or a school or both?
Nay, a proper solution is needed, one which doth guarantee their welfare for years to come. Thou hast surely seen how other nations rise to meet this challenge, adventurer. What dost thou deem the wisest course?
I get to choose? Taxes. Levy them on trade profits in exchange for your investment. Takes a village. Ildeshire's orphanage was funded through the trade in highly coveted goods. Hmm.
Of course, we can draw on trading profits to build a new institution.
Taxes, baby.
Let us put this idea into practice. A contract shall be written, requiring all who receive of Al-Zadal's treasure to commit a portion of their future earnings towards the running of an orphanage. Now, such an influential policy is deserving of a worthy name.
Something with Khazal seems appropriate. Khazal. Yeah, Khazal was such an important influence in the part.
A fitting candidate. Karzal should be remembered not as the blasphemy which terrorized Thavne, but as a hard-working and generous man who brought much wealth to our shores. Do any among you object to this proposition? Many here lost loved ones to the beasts.
In that time of strife, any one of us could have broken. Any one of us may have been taken by despair. When I think of Kalzal, I feel no hatred. Only a stinging regret that we could not save him as well.
That's a good point, Nabdeen. Also, I'm sorry if y'all hear noise. There's a lot of road construction happening outside of my house. And I just heard a big truck start and it literally vibrated my entire desk and my chair.
Isn't that right, men?
This bodes well for that boy. Murad, was it? Perhaps he can cut ties with that shady peddler.
Then let it be done. Henceforth, this initiative shall be known as the Kalzal Foundation.
The Kalzal Foundation. That's a good one. That's a good name. Good choice.
Nabdeen, thou art to assemble a patrol and ensure that no child in this city liveth in squalor. Clerks, see to the management of our funds and make haste. Our citizens must not suffer a day more than is necessary.
Truck started and stopped again, and the vibrations stopped and started again. Feels like I'm in a massage chair, to be honest.
Dragon and man, side by side in pursuit of a brighter morrow. Reminded of Ishgard.
Ishgard. Wonder if we can bring the Ishgardian Restoration to help make the orphanage. That'd be cool. Pancakes, compote. I take the money. Money good. Right. Bridging the rift. I guess there's another quest here that I just can't see. The veteran Radiant wishes to share his gratitude. Forgive me for not speaking sooner, but I bear a message from Archon Yustola. She asks that you meet her at the High Crucible at your earliest convenience. Oh, Vershan's coming with us. My clerks have been the well-oiled cogs of this administration since before one assumed the office. They understand what needs to be done. He wants to know about what's going on with the gate. Quest accepted. The High Crucible. Where's the High Crucible? Feel to the plaza. I don't know why I didn't see the quest marker. Too busy paying attention to what's going on outside, I guess. This gear is good. I like this gear. Oh, I see an Asuna in there. I must be behind if Asuna's ahead of me.
Right, here we all are.
You discovered something new.
Something new? Hmm.
I took a closer look at that device. I was able to determine how it keeps the void gate sealed, but not how it might instead be employed to expand the opening.
Hmm.
For that, I would need to reference the technique developed by Vritre's alchemists, no records of which appear to have survived the intervening years.
We know this, so why have you sent for us? Have you learned aught of value or not?
Patience, good sir. One must introduce the subject before launching into specifics.
I figured she was gonna say something like that.
From what we understand, travel between worlds is accomplished by passing through the nebulous rift which exists between them.
Hmm.
Picture, if you will, the moment you were called to the first. You touched a focus of some kind to help the Exarch pinpoint your location. His summoning spell then channeled the energies of the Crystal Tower to begin your journey to his world.
Hmm.
The magics tore a hole in the walls separating source and shard, and cast you into the intervening nothingness. In that place, the laws of nature hold no sway. Yet even through this realm of temporal and spatial instability, you were borne safely to your destination in the first. The feat that guided you across such an unimaginable distance, both physical and metaphorical, was nothing short of a miracle.
I mean, I agree with you, Y'shtola, but it also just sounds like how we handle Aetherites. Like, if we didn't have the Aetherites to guide us, then we would also just become one with the life stream. Mm-hmm.
Then what of the many voids found in the source? Who guides them here, and how?
An excellent question. Though there are several methods by which the Void's denizens might intrude upon our world, the rituals of summoning are the most typical.
Hmm.
For example, let us consider the Gargoyle, a creature of middling power.
Gargoyles.
To call upon such an entity, the prospective summoner must force open a void gate. The portal lasts but a moment and is relatively small, allowing only an imp or other lesser being to squeeze through with their physical body intact.
Hmm.
Our more powerful gargoyle, however, is too large for that. Creating a gate big enough for him would require vast amounts of energy, far beyond the reserves of any one mortal practitioner.
Hmm.
Instead, 'tis far more common to bring over only the entity's soul. We had a taste of that ourselves when a certain exarch dragged us to the first.
Interesting.
And just as our bodies remained in our world, the Void Sense physical form is left behind in the 13th.
Hmm. So they use the statues as a new body.
Once at its destination, the summoned soul is granted a temporary shell to inhabit. In the gargoyle's case, a stone effigy has proven a suitable vessel.
Wait. You said that Voidsent must be called here deliberately by someone in the source, reeled in like a fisherman with his catch.
Hmm.
Exactly. For a being to navigate the chaos of the rift, with or without form, there must needs be a guiding agent on the other side.
Like an aethering.
When the hordes poured forth from Alag's Great Gate, it was the technologists who drew them through. Though to my knowledge, planar fissures are in essence natural passages between our world and the void, which require no such guidance to traverse. Why is only the boundary between the source and the 13th so fragile? So much so that it often tears open of its own accord.
I believe solving that mystery is key to understanding travel between the source and its reflections.
And this is a very good route to take. It makes a lot of sense.
And how do you intend to get your answers?
Are we going to travel, or are we going to try and summon something?
No, the danger is too great.
Perhaps. But what some call danger, others think of as adventure.
Indeed. Are we gonna travel to the 13th? This is what I want.
Were you not listening to my tale? Never mind that the means to expand the gate has been lost to the ages. Even could you force the portal wide enough, you would be greeted by an army of murderous horrors the very instant you step through.
Yeah, but it's just void set. We've killed plenty of those. They would be stronger though.
I assure you I was most attentive, and I agree that to go alone would be certain death. But if I were to bring along one who has already braved the 13th and humbled the cloud of darkness, well, I imagine my chances would be much improved.
Y'shtola wants to go and she wants us to come along. This sounds like an adventure. Count me in. 100%. I want to see if that's Jack.
I had a feeling you might say that. Once again, I put my life in your ever-reliable hands.
And mine and yours, Y'shtola.
That said, as much as I would like to march straight back to the Void Gate, there is the small matter of being unable to open it without the Satrap's personal authority.
Just ask, Y'shtola.
As I've said before, I will grant you and yours any boon you choose to name, provided it does not endanger my people.
You have my word that we will take every precaution. Not a single void scent will be allowed to threaten Radzatan, assuming we manage to expand the portal in the first place.
You have a plan.
Actually, I had hoped you might help us with that. I presume the alchemists you retained supplied you with some explanation of their methodology.
That they did. House Daimir was overseeing the project.
I'll stay near.
Daimir. Ah, yes. The family associated with the great work.
I did not fully comprehend the theory, but their research began with a void scent which had slipped through the fissure. After a thorough examination, they created an arcane simulacrum possessed of similar qualities. A man-made void scent, if you will. It was apparently indispensable in their efforts to enlarge the gate.
A man-made void scent?
Yes. Being great admirers of the Archons, House Daemir submitted detailed notes to Charlene's official committee. They expected praise and accolades for their simulacrum, and were thus devastated to be informed that their work had been classified as prohibited material.
Prohibited material?
If that's true, then those notes might still be stored in a forbidden archive somewhere. Not Google, of course, since that library had yet to be built. Which leaves us with...
With the restricted section of Nomenine, Graha's favorite place to sneak around.
Indeed. Numenon's restricted stacks may very well hold a copy. In which case, I say we head directly to Charlian.
Charlian.
Unless you anticipate needing help to reach the high shelves, I see myself being of little use. Go on ahead. I still need to find Mirad and tell him about the Kalzal Foundation.
Why is Justinian still running around in his armory?
Let us be on our way as well.
No one says goodbye to no one said goodbye to Breacha.
They are resolved to venture into the void. Do I sit idly by?
Yeah, let's send a message real quick. Let's see what we got here. Oh, people are talking about the reworked dungeons. Ooh, those would be fun to try out too. All the new, a lot of the old dungeons were redone. Where are we going? Charlian? Charlian. What do you mean? It doesn't... Oh, my return is thingy. Alright, Y'shtola, let's go to the restricted archives. I mean, we can use Cryo, or we can talk to Alphino and Alize's mom. Or, yeah. Shane's a good choice as well. Hey, there was more MSQ than I thought there would be. Oh, it's a, it's one of these. I haven't had to do one of these in a while. Let us go then. Come on, Y'shtola, keep up. Oh, what's this? A mission in Wardona? Okay, so there's a new quest there. I wonder if that's the quest to open up Alliance Raid. Are there any other places? No, that looks like the only one where we can talk. Discuss the studium. I apprenticed to Master Matoya at the age of 7 and labored under her tutelage for a full decade. I never had the chance to attend the studium. Neither did Thancred, as I recall. Soon after Master Louisoix took him off in the streets, he was put in the care of another Archon. He was a rigorous and practical education in the arts of espionage and survival. Ah. Is he at the last stand after a day of lectures? Dank cave I studied in was about as far from bright and airy halls of academia as one could get. It was a wondrous, magical childhood nonetheless. That's cute. So many quests. The hunger. So hungry. I liked our friend here. He gave us a nice little lesson. Drink water, y'all. Why do we want to disturb a vault of forbidden wisdom? Surely you don't intend to cross over into the void. I mean, yes, we totally intend to. Sentiment aside, I have journeyed to the end of existence. I have heard, felt, and thought endlessly about the truth of our world and the echo of its future, and yet I want to understand everything, unravel it all down to its very last secret. What scholar worthy of the name wouldn't force open a void gate or two if a grand revelation was promised as a reward? Marvelous. An audacious proposal worthy of Master Matoya herself. After hearing the whys and the wherefores, I for one do not believe you would use this knowledge for ill. See no reason not to present your request to the forum's consideration. Although your petition would be better received if you also had the support of other well-placed acquaintance. Alpha Nose Dad? Yes. Master Fortunat. Hesitant to approach him directly, but there is no denying that having him on our side would tip the balance in our favor. Very well. Let's go to the Levier estate. Time to go meet Mom. I hope she's there. You want to know about the void as well? Of course, Scholar. You'll be sure to pass on any revelations. Alright. Speak with the House Levier butler. Sounds simple enough. Let us go. Oh yeah, you're still following me. Any conversation points? None that are showing up on the map. I know they changed it so that we can use Aetherite now, but I might as well just keep running. I saw that person's name was Tom Crescent, and for some reason my instant thought was, Tom Scott plays 14? When does he have the time? So there's a message in our FC chat I want to look at, so I'm just going to bring up the AFK screen real quick. Okay. You know, I like to give some privacy, or as I'm sure others would say, the privacy, to the FC members. I don't want to open up, make channel big. Also, I don't know if there's like spoilers in there. There shouldn't be, but you know, definitely a consideration. What are... Okay, the retainer voking. What's this? Sights of the End? Is there a level 80 quest here? Did I miss something? Have I missed a quest all this time? Uh-oh. Ah, Mistress Anna and Mistress Yashtola, how may I be of service? Masters in residence. What about the mom? Where is our MILF mommy? I want to talk with her. That is not her. Millions would invite you inside for tea, but I assume this is not a social visit. Millions is home. I would go have tea with the Millions, please. Gotta recover everything again. Well, I suppose I should praise you for following the proper protocols this time. Scholar expressed much the same sentiment. I assure you will not attempt to circumvent the forum's authority again, unless it's absolutely necessary, of course. Of course. You do understand that the restricted archives are restricted for good reason, yes? If no pressing need exists, then why risk the consequences of employing this forbidden knowledge? For a brother who misses his sister, she was his guardian and his friend, a selfless hero who crossed the rift between worlds to save her homeland from horror and suffering. But the brother has given up on thoughts of reunion. He spends his efforts elsewhere, watching over a people yet healing from the flames of the final days, loyal to his duty while betraying the longing in his heart. Very poetic, Y'shtola. It is no vital mission, perhaps, reuniting these siblings, but it feels a worthy cause to pursue, all the same. As one who feared losing his own loved ones and spent years in research to prevent it, surely you appreciate how painful such a separation must be. Reflections are still very much a mystery to us. Offering to share your experiences in the parish should constitute a fair exchange for our cooperation. Works for us. Yeah, they still have to, have their meeting and vote on it. Should be fine. What about Millions? Can we have tea with her now? Well, time to go back to the annex. Yeah, I still don't see any other, speech bubbles popping up, so I'm assuming there aren't anymore. Makes me kind of sad. I like having the extra dialogues at the NPCs. Actually, I wonder if this is Sight to the End. I feel like this is either just sightseeing log, or it might be Ultimate. I don't know. I didn't think Ultimate was going to be out yet. Yame Murasame. Also a quest in here. Ah, they're here. So, what did the forum decide? Put it bluntly, Master Matoya has burned some bridges here in Charlian, and salted the earth for good measure. When it became clear that her student was the petitioner in question, Well, no few members voiced their discontent. Then the chamber was reminded, in no uncertain terms, I might add, of the incredible debt we owe you and your companions. That served to silence the grumbles and stiffen a few spines, as it was agreed that allowing you entry to the archives was the least we could do in return. It is wonderful news. Thank you both for speaking on our behalf. Yes, well, as I am sure you are aware, this permission was not extended lightly. Forbidden knowledge is to be treated with the utmost caution, and there'll be repercussions if it is not. So who got the right to go in? I'm assuming they wouldn't give it to me. Ever the same, that one. Uncompromising. That very stoicism is exactly what Charlie had needed to guide it through not one, but 2 exoduses. Drink water, y'all. Hear all the emotes going on around me. That went rather well. Yeah, the hard part's gonna be finding those specific research notes. Ooh, we get materia. Grade 9 materia. Yep, directly to the archives. Please. Oh, she's accompanying us again. Now, what's interesting is how much forbidden knowledge is there? How are we gonna, like, filter through it? Like, that means someone has, like, set up that, like a Dewey Decimal System for forbidden knowledge? Does that mean they have to learn about the forbidden knowledge? Or was it restricted at some point? Pudding Wing, what are you doing here? My little friend. I guess my pudding wasn't needed to stop the final days after all, but I persevere. Once people taste it, they'll be even happier than they were before the apocalypse started. I just know it. You keep going. You keep working on that, Pudding Wing. Discuss. To think the set of instructions I laughingly imagined it actually exists, but yalms away from where you and me were napping. If I had known that Alzadal's the third's exploit sooner, I could have saved blah. I'm tongue-tied. I could well have saved myself the days of research. Even a children's book might have pointed me in the right direction. To achieve the impossible, one must find the needs. One must needs. I can read. Trust me. Believe in me. To achieve the impossible, one must needs be flexible of mind and look beyond conventional wisdom. A lesson I had already learned, but clearly not taken to heart. Arcanyustolan guest identified. Do you wish to proceed to the restricted archives? The way this is written makes it so, like, mean. Cursed, if you will. Watch your step, and please note that the use of naked flames is discouraged. No non-safe for work flames here. Ooh, this music. Is this a dungeon? I hope it's a dungeon, or a duty, something. This is set up as a place that's easy to read.
If House Damir's notes are to be found anywhere, it will be here. Let us begin.
Yeah, looks like we need to read. Does the page have a hint? No smoking, no throwing books, and no yelling out Eureka in an obnoxiously loud voice. Good rules. It can't be this untitled journal. Today, in a world not my own, I met the most beautiful void-born creature. She was so unlike her ravenous brethren, eyes blazing not with hunger, but trembling like a candle's flame, threatening to flicker out at any moment. I wonder if she is even the proper word. Such distinctions seem inconsequential, insignificant even. All that matters is the love I feel for this exquisite, transcendent being. Though you're tempted to read more, this does not seem to be the volume you are thinking. There is void set fan fiction. Forbidden knowledge. The weighty tome. In the year 1564 of the 6th Astral Era, the Amalja summoned Ifrit, their patron god. Accounts describe the being as a gigantic lizard-like being with a potent command of fire-aspected magics. If we consider this primal summoning as an act fueled by faith and prayer, it is unsurprising, if not expected, that the resulting deiform entity should manifest the appearance and powers of which it attributed by its worshippers. What then might emerge from the aether should one who believes in an almighty, omniscient attempt the same ritual? Would the scholar himself grace us with his presence? Some other embodiment of divine sagency? Could this man-made god truly be all-knowing? And if it were, whence would such knowledge arise? I myself have many questions concerning the nature of the ancient world. With no spell to transport me back to the days of old, could I instead summon a being possessed of encyclopedia wisdom of every age? Yet with no means to verify its pronouncements, how could one be certain that they were true? That is interesting. Leather-bound log. Seems like another not safe for work fan fiction. It's leather-bound. The following pages detail an advanced method for manipulating rift-spanning apertures as devised by Newfound, the 9th patriarch of House Damer. We present these research notes to the facility of Charlian's Studium as both a token of our friendship and an expression of our boundless admiration. I think this is the book we're looking for. Having something you'd like to show me, do you? My apologies. I flipped open a single book and it was completely... You stole that. What were you reading about? Did you find the fan fiction? I found a book with big words. 2 brain cells needed. No. I mean, it's a pretty book.
Yes, the ether signature is unmistakable. I've felt the traces of House Damia's resonance many times at the Great Work.
No.
Time to see what all the fuss was about.
Time to find out what's going on. No. Oh, I know those.
Among the ranks of the Void Sent, there exist entities with the power to call forth their brethren from beyond. The species known as Atomos, however, is uniquely prodigious in this regard.
So this is interesting because, like, we've dealt with these before, right? So we know what they do. But Bella's been playing 11 recently, and she's just running around and found one of these, like in a low-level area. And like, it hasn't changed. It looks exactly like it did in 11.
From its distended maw, it can expel an endless procession of void-born creatures. A talent which sorely tested the Radiant Host in its battles against these abominations. Surmising that the entity itself was acting as a void gate, we endeavored to capture a small specimen and subsequently examine its physiological structure.
Oh, y'all caught one.
Our findings reveal that the Atomos had absorbed a planar fissure into its own flesh, which it could expand at will into a functioning gate.
Interesting.
Upon further analysis, we identified an ethereal wave pattern emitted during this process. A pattern we were able to emulate by passing crystal-stored ether through a specially designed prism. We proceeded to embed said prism into an arcane simulacrum, thus completing what we have dubbed our artificial Atomos. How could I have been so blind to the possibilities? This species, not to mention its ability to summon Void Sent, has been discussed among academics for years now.
And I mean, we've seen it with our own eyes, or at least I have. My eye has looked at Atomos many a time. We even fought something similar. Like, we legit fought something similar whenever we were down in the vault.
Just before the advent of the 7th Umbral Calamity, we received reports of Atomos sightings from every corner of Eorzea. Surely you've at least heard the tales. And still, House Damia went and built a mock Atomos of their very own. I'm not surprised the Archons consigned their work to a restricted archive. It was no easy task, but at last we've unearthed the volume we've been searching for.
So I was like, do we have to leave?
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't tempted to stay longer. See what other forbidden titles might be lurking on these shelves. Ah, but that would be abusing the very special privilege we've been granted now, wouldn't it? Better not.
I mean, except for the book you were totally engrossed in when we first walked into the library. We're just allowed to take the book? Is that fair? Is that right? Is that how restricted access books work? I don't think so. I see someone just put a dot in our FC chat. I wonder if they're doing some type of content together. Curious. Ah, they're doing maps, it looks like. Your message will be conveyed. Should you wish to indulge in more forbidden literature, I'll be here. Patron mode disabled. Security mode engaged. Oh, yeah. All these people running together. Interesting. I wonder if they all, like, did the dungeon together. So we need to go to the Great Work, which is best if we teleport to Radatan. And from here, we'll take the Aetherite to the gate. Make our way to the Great Work. I was saying in my head, it'd be nice if I could see it from here, and of course you can see it from here. Drink water, y'all. Oh dang, we're getting close to the... Well, I mean, we're like 20 minutes away from the 2-hour mark, and I haven't had a break. I wonder how Nidhana and Matsuya's relationship is going. Yustola tells me you're pursuing a most fascinating study, and then you want me to be a part of it. Of course. Yep, how's the mirror? Means every word within is forbidden knowledge. Sure is. I can hardly wait to read it. I'm glad everyone got a laugh. That was good. Now that you've glanced over the notes, what say you in helping us build a new mock Atomos? Yes, 1,000 times yes. work on a Demir project that had even the redoubtable scholars of Charlian trembling in their sandals? No alchemist of the great work could resist. You're a woman after my own heart. We just want to go to the 13th, that's all. Gotta go get all the components we need. So we need astrally infused water. You go to the Fauna Maya. Okay. Alright, so I got my little fetch quest to go get some water. Am I about to get trapped into a dungeon? I don't know what chocobo armor this is, but that's pretty cool. The true barding of light? Oh, that's some cool armor. That is really cool armor. I want that. I wonder how you get that. I'm gonna take a screenshot of this because I want to know more about this armor. There we go. Now, let's go get us some water. Herb picking maiden. Some monkeys. Astrally dense pocket. They look like maybe they use teleport. Is that it? Is that all I had to do? Fly over here and get some water? I mean, we have dead friends or people that died in this water. Fortunate. Apparently the new Walking Dead buff on Dark Knights heals a lot. I mean, from what I read, it seemed like it was going to be a ridiculous amount of healing. I'm not really surprised. I hope that means we'll start seeing more Dark Knights, though. Barely Bearable. That's a cute name. I like it. Oh, Asinian's here. Yep, I have the water. Glass filled with astrally infused water scooped from a strangely specific point in the depths of the font of Maya. Hey, let's grab some spell speed. Spell speed's dirt cheap. What was pieting? I guess skill speed. I've been spell speed. Why not? You're still as eager to depart for the vault. Void theory. Right then, now that our little party is assembled, let's go to the ruins. Are we going to use Matsuya's boat? Oh! Forshan's got a boat for us. Anna is live. Hey Kochi, how are you doing? You say I'm live. I've been going for like 6 hours. This is the second stream for this morning. Yeah, I'm doing the new story content. New patch came out today. And I started streaming as soon as the servers went live. So I've been doing the new story. I did a new dungeon already. There is a new PvP mode that I'm super excited for, but I haven't started it yet because I've been busy doing main story. Also, look at my new adventuring gear. I like it. Quite nice, isn't it? I did dye it this color because I find this color works well with my hair. Yeah, I really like this gear. I do need to get some shorts though, because my it's my swim bottoms that I have on underneath them, and I feel like I need something a little more modest, maybe. I haven't been to a town to edit the glamour though, and I don't think I have anything that's like, no, not gonna use that. Have anything temporarily on me? No. Well, these bottoms of healing, no. Bookworm's waist trap? Nope. Rias? Nope. Yeah, I don't have any shorts, so we're sticking with these. Is this the Garo quest? No, so Garo is, yeah, as far as swimming, so there's a couple of points here. The Garo event is PvP. So, like, I've gotten Garo gear in the past. So you gotta do a lot of PvP to get the Garo stuff. As far as swimming is a thing in the game. I don't know if I can swim where nearby. I can go check. I think you can swim in this water. Yeah. Yeah, you can definitely swim. Which is fine for me to have my little bikini bottoms for this. And the outfit is supposed to be water resistant or waterproof. It was made specifically with the words, in case you jump into a river. But yeah, there's swimming because there's fishing, there's spear fishing for underwater. And one of the expansions had a lot of underwater content. So let's get back to it. You know, let's take our car. There we go. I'm assuming we're about to get another dungeon. Maybe. Got us a nice boat this time. Proceed to Weaver's boarding. Yes. Okay, so they're not going to make us fight through the dungeon again to get here. I hope you're having a wonderful morning, by the way, Kochi.
Were impressive enough, but I never dreamed such a treasure lay hidden in the depths of the bounty. It may have been helpful to know this device existed, Your Excellency.
My apologies. The gate was a secret I shared with none but my closest advisors. I feared for what might happen should those with ill intentions learn of its existence.
What is it you're doing now?
There is something I wish to verify. The NOAA reports claim that a short stint into the void carries little risk of etheric imbalance. Should one suffer an injury, however, or if one's expedition drags on longer than intended, that risk becomes significantly greater. Gra has theorized that a warding scale would confer protection from the void's corrupting influence. But I would prefer to test that hypothesis before we set foot in the 13th ourselves.
So, this is an experiment of sorts?
Of sorts.
Yes, an experiment. Tell me, how would you go about testing the efficacy of the warding scale?
You're about to plunge me in the darkness. Say nothing and look meaningfully Hesistinian. Maybe send a familiar. Nah, just let me go myself. You're gonna use a minion now.
And how would you do that? The gate is still too small for any of us to pass through.
I have my ways.
Justinian is correct, which is why I've elected to send a familiar in our stead.
Making a frog out.
Now, a lowly imp can navigate a fissure, no matter how narrow. Which means an arcane entity of similar stature should be able to manage the same.
Making a frog.
I hadn't wanted it to come to this, but no other familiars will do, I'm afraid.
That is good. Good to hear.
What manner of fiend does she mean to summon?
What manner of fiend does she mean to summon? Are we getting a frog? I mean, it's been a while since Y'shtola summoning. We're not going to summon a pork skin. What we getting?
From ocean rise and cloud bank form, from mountain spring and rainfall storm, from river flow and life be born.
Magical girl Y'shtola. I love it.
Water, froth and foam!
Ready your arms. I fear she's been possessed.
That's a wonderful take, Justinian. Oh, that's good. So you're tired, Kochi? You've been out since 10 a.m. and now it's 11 p.m. Oh, okay, yeah, I can get that. But oh my god, that's so funny. Is very out of character for her.
Oh, come now. That was adorable.
Adorable. Rashawn looks so worried. Aw, they're cute. Nixies.
Though not my first choice. These familiars I conceived of as a child have the best chance of fitting through the gate.
Why do you look so worried, Y'shtola?
I only wish my younger self had considered a more dignified ending to the creation ritual.
So as I see, it makes sense.
In any case, these two should serve as well. This one will bear a warding scale.
Shove it inside.
And when they return from the 13th, we can observe how the talisman, or absence thereof, has affected the progress of the Void's corruption. If I could impose upon you to open the gate. Your Excellency?
He is still, like, dumbstruck from that magical girl summon.
Ah, yes, of course.
We should also be wary of void scent slipping through while we conduct our experiment. Estinian, you are to keep Nadana safe from harm.
As you say.
You had best be on your guard as well.
We're still starstruck as well. I always am. Froth and foam.
Oh, are you volunteering to join the Nixies? I could shrink you down, you know.
Please. Mommy used to let. It's fine.
Let us begin, shall we? Nixies, into the void.
They're so cute. Yeah. I assume now we just wait, and I'm gonna have to fight off some baby void set, maybe? Or do I get to control them? The little guys? That'd be cute. Drink water, y'all.
I think we've waited long enough.
Oh yeah, Kochi, what kept you busy all day? That's like a good 12 hours of busy. If it's okay to talk about, of course. Assuming you went to some meetings.
Nixies, return to my side.
Be surprised if the Nixie survived. Uh-oh. One is very sick. Oh, poor little Nixie.
Thank you, little one. You did well.
The poor thing. Its essence has been irrevocably warped.
It's like we had some fun.
I must reseal the void gate.
Blade Sense saying no.
They're coming through.
Oh, it's little baby imps. What are y'all worried about?
In the name of Alzadal III, I bar this door unto the void.
Well, that was a sharp lesson in the dangers of void gates.
Hmm. Or Nixings.
And what of our experiment? I'd say the results speak for themselves.
The unprotected Nixie has suffered extensive etheric corruption. As Nidana observed, it's well on its way to becoming a void scent. The one merged with the talisman, however, appears unaffected. I sense no changes to its equilibrium. Rest now, little ones.
You had work meetings with men? Gotcha, gotcha.
Theory was correct then.
Graha's theory was correct about... Yes. Graha's theory was correct, Destinian. Good job keeping it. But yeah, you had work meetings with men? Okay. Hopefully that went really well. Yeah.
So it would seem. But while our second familiar was untouched by void energies, the talisman itself shows signs of degradation.
Oh, so the talisman's suffering.
It was, of course, originally designed to shield the soul from primal tempering. It stands to reason that etheric corruption of a different sort would affect it differently.
So we're gonna need a new talisman then.
We may need to modify the warding scale's design to account for the 13th's uniquely unstable ether.
Chaos!
You've said much of the Void's instability, but my imagination fails me. What manner of place is this broken world?
Ah, my apologies. I forget that not all of us spend our days sequestered in dusty archives. The 13th is a reflection of the source that was drowned in a flood of darkness. In Emmett Selk's own words, this tragedy was a result of the Ascians' attempts to force a rejoining. They erred in their haste, and made of that world a useless void. You remember Una Kalhai, the unusual child we met during our troubles with the Warring Triad. He explained the fate of the 13th thus. The champions of that ill-fated world used a stone known as Auracite to contain the power of primals. But those self-same heroes were gradually corrupted by the Auracite's bleeding energies, transforming into fiends with an endless hunger for ether. By the time anyone thought to oppose them, Light's strength had grown too feeble, and the balance of the 13th tipped into eternal darkness.
Very interesting. This is giving me big Stranger of Paradise vibes.
And what of your own experience? Will you tell us of what you observed during Noah's expedition? I can picture it now. The sunless, Stygian expanse, infested with legions of ether-starved monstrosities. A void in every sense of the word.
What you have described in such lurid detail is exactly why I hesitate to encourage you.
Worry not, great Vritra. Our journey into the 13th is but the first leg of a longer voyage. A voyage that shall lead us to other reflections, to new mysteries and discoveries. And I mean to be there every step of the way. But first I must focus on refining the warding talisman.
Then I can begin work on constructing an artificial Atomos. Or I could if I had the relevant manuals to hand. Might I be so bold as to request access to the Satrap's family archives? am, Your Excellency.
Oh, yes. That can be arranged. I will speak to my officials upon our return.
Vershawn is bearing. I say Vershawn, Vitra feels really bad about not being able to save his sister, and he's really worried about what's become of her. Yeah, and Kochi, I don't know if you remember, Vershawn here is actually like a giant dragon, like one of the original dragons that came to this planet.
We will see you back in the city then.
He lost his sister to the darkness like a millennia ago. Or millennias ago, centuries ago. Been a long time. Seeing the void terrors firsthand was an experience, but I doubt fear of such creatures is the root of Richa's hesitation. Satrap stating. Sostrep. Once Nidhana succeeds in replicating the Mock Atomos, this door into the 13th will be ours to open. Will you be crossing in the threshold alongside us? I realize this is more my endeavor than yours. To be honest, I have no interest in entering the void myself. Might we discuss this later? Oh, I wonder what he has to get to. Very interesting. Issues with shadows. Why does everyone insist on being so secretive? I at least had good reason for not wanting to explain my Nixie ritual. Yeah. Let's get to it. As we saw, the warding scale can be effective at protecting the bearer from other sources of etheric corruption. Nevertheless, the talisman's durability will need to be improved if it's to withstand the void's influence for a prolonged length of time. I think it's a problem we can address without involving the brilliant and busy alchemist who created it. Who do we know that excels at this kind of structural augmentation? The Alligans. I mean, Garland Ironworks, of course, I guess. Yeah, Sid isn't a stranger to the void either. Time to go to Ralgar's Reach. We haven't been there in a while. Oh, it just brought us straight to Ralgar's Reach. Icing. So let's see what we got here. Well, we've been going 2 hours and 11 minutes without a break. So, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take a short break now. I'll be back in a few minutes. And we're back. So let's see. We need to speak to the junior ironworks engineer. He's way over here. Oh, look at them with their little turtle. Cute little turtle minion. Oh yeah, we have a commission for Sid. Sid better have free time to work with us. Pleasure as always. I hear you have a job for us. Of course, Sid. Sid is Kochi's kind of character. Heading into the void to find a lost dragon. That sounds almost pedestrian compared. Don't know if you could say anything that would surprise me after Medion and that bloody mess. Alright, let's take a look at this talisman of yours. You said there were signs of degradation. Seems some manner of corrosion has set in around a scratch on its surface, much as the void's corruption seeped into Nero through his wounds. In which case, our best bet may be to simply prevent the scale from being damaged in the first place. And how might we achieve that? We have a coating agent for strengthening trinkets in the link, but be wary of applying a chemical which might upset the scale's delicate alchemical balance. Far safer to dress it in armor. Can I have an armored talisman? We'll construct a protective casing, one utilizing metal alloys with high ethereal conductivity, but as not to impede the talisman's primary function. A suit of armor. Nero's compile data on the 13th. I'll have him pitch in with the design, just to be sure. If only it weren't such an ordeal to convince him to follow our safety protocols. I swear, I've never had such a reckless employee. In any case, we may need some time to untangle the particulars. Understandable. We know how busy your schedule is, and the final result will doubtless be worth the wait. The hard part will be ducking Jessie and her constant barrage of demands while we sneak about doing the fun stuff. We'll see what we can do. I think we can leave the rest in Sid's capable hands. Let's return to the great work and see how Nidhana is getting along with the Mock Atomos. Gouging, yeah? You want turtles? I think I have a turtle minion. I don't know if I have that turtle minion now. Let me check. Minion guide. I know I have a little turtle that flies, I think. I also have a cat in a raincoat. In a snow coat. It's adorable. Let's sing. My little Moogle. Where would my turtle be? Elephant. My Monkey King. We got Nosferatu. We got Wind Up Kafka. We got a frilled dragon and a capybara and a chameleon. And our little deer. I'm sure we have a turtle. Yeah, look. We have Guido, the sea turtle. We also have Kojin, which is like a ninja turtle. I don't know if I have the other turtle, though. Gaia. Mm. Oh look, see? We have a little sea turtle that flies around. Adorable. Alright. To the great work. We'll go to Rajatan. We'll teleport twice to save a little bit of gil. And from Rajatan, we go to the great work. I also have a fresh monster. Let me open that up. I just splashed myself in the eye with monster. Why must you do this to me, monster? I have one eye. Why must you always attack it? Let's go talk to our elephant friend.
Hey, Stola. The adjustments are going well, I hope?
'Tis a lengthy process, but the end is in sight, yes.
That's wonderful news. I myself had some good fortune searching through the Satrap's private records. What I found was a transaction log dated around the same period as when Alzadal's legacy was built. It included a purchase list of highly exclusive alchemical components, and I knew I'd discovered the key to making the artificial atomos. I then visited the High Crucible to commission the materials. After I'd explained my requirements, I was beset by volunteers insisting I allow them to help with the entire project.
The usual reaction to someone forcing open a void gate is to run for the hills. Harnish academics certainly are a different breed.
Definitely. They're all eager to take part.
The alchemists of old were cut from a similar cloth. The unknown held no fear for them. Indeed, they were ever eager to seek new knowledge, regardless of the danger.
And were you not also fearless, heedless even, in your determination?
My sire entered his dormancy before I was hatched. And so it was Ashdaya who kept my eggs safe and warm.
Safe and warm. Did he say safe and warm? I heard him say safe. Drink water, Niall.
It created a bond between us. Even long after I learned to fend for myself, I rarely strayed from her side. She was my guardian, my sister, my dear companion. And not a single day passes that I do not mourn her absence. No matter how deep the darkness, I would not surrender my search. I promised myself the time would come when we would once more take to the skies together. But I am satrap now.
The Radiant Host is here to serve, Your Excellency.
Nabdeen, what is this about?
You need more turtles? Turtles are cute.
Celestinian told us of your predicament. For centuries you have protected Rads at Han, never showing your true self, hiding behind a curtain and living only in service to the people. Your dedication meant more to us than your deceit, and so did we accept you as our rightful ruler. After all that you have sacrificed for this nation, did you imagine we would begrudge you your heart's desire? We survived the final days. We are a strong and proud people. We, the Radiant Host, will keep Thavnair safe in your absence.
I am grateful for your loyalty and for your encouragement. And yet...
Now you listen to me, Varshan. You are wearing that face, after all. As I have told you before, you are a little brother to us all. And if you are family, then so too is your sister. We are there for you if you need us. But do not ask us to sit by and watch while you abandon a sibling you have ached to rescue for millennia.
Everyone's here.
We will succeed in opening the way. It is only a matter of time. All you need do is prepare to step through to the other side.
Your Excellency, I wanted to thank you for building the orphanage. It means so much that my sister and I will have a place to be together, safe and happy. And I hope that you and your sister can be together again too.
Got Estinian mending those broken bonds between dragon and human. To protect them well, you must take heart.
Take heart and protect them well. Such were the words I once said to you. And here I stand, failing to live up to them. If my heart is torn, I am fit to protect neither Ajdaya nor Radzadhan. My people, I have come to a decision. Vashan will depart Thavnair for a time. My dragon self will remain in the palace, but only to conduct the satrap's most essential duties. While I am focused on controlling this vessel, there may be matters that escape my attention. I rely on you, my trusted friends, to watch over one another until I return.
Take care and fair fortune, little brother. Many tears would be shed should you come to harm.
I would not dare make you cry.
A little heartwarming moment there. Go reach out that the people care about him and his desires. This little Lalafell. They're big old demon horns. Adorable. You surprise me, Estinian. For a lone wolf, you've shown an unusual degree of, shall we say, involvement. in helping Vita reach this conclusion. Was for the greater good. The worm's thundering sighs were keeping his citizens awake at night, and had travelers believed the palace racked by some unnatural storm. What of your own answer then? You seem disinclined to venture into the void? When I was one with Nidhogg, his vengeful thoughts were my thoughts, his endless rage my rage, and the soul-chilling grief he nursed for Radishkar's death. I would not wish any agony upon a foe, let alone a friend and ally. If there is a chance we can spare Vitra the pain, then I will follow you. Any other former scions we should call on? I'd rather not bother our comrades with aught less than a dire threat to the star. We four shall be sufficient for our purpose. Now on to the specifics. Okay, I feel like we're about to get a dungeon. And Vershawn's going to be our tank. Interesting. Unlike the first, where the flood of light was halted before its devastation was complete, the 13th has been utterly subsumed by darkness. My plan as such is to explore the void in stages, withdrawing to safety after a brief foray. Okay, I was just reading chat. Or in-game chat. To be more convenient, we had some manner of base camp near to the gate itself. Once the palace chambers should serve. Oh, one of the palace chambers should serve. Come, let us reconvene outside the Megduda. Megduda? Megduda? I don't know the proper way of saying that. Okay, go back to your Atatan. There we go. Now, is there... Do I have some more? I have those pants. I could always throw those on underneath. And I have those pants. So let's see what we do here. What we'll do is we'll apply this glamour. And we'll unequip our pants. Then we'll apply this glamour. Then re-equip our pants. And now we have some shorts. There we go. Problem solved. Right, let's go here. Denian, where is our quest giver? You're so up there you are. So many players and cutscenes. So it requires suitable accommodations. Might we make something available for our guest? Please. What if we're actually getting an in-room here? That'd be nice. Alright, we have us a place to stay soon. I only wish we knew more about our destination. The gods only know how long our explorations might possibly take, or what our chances of success might possibly be. Succeed or fail, I'm grateful to you for convincing me to make the attempt. On that note, I'll return to the great work and lend what help I can to Nidhana. Alright. I think we're good to go. Let's see, we're going to have an hour and 20 minutes. Is that going to be enough time to do whatever we're about to step into? Everyone's going on their way. I'm all about that adventure. I wonder if this is the end of MSQ and we're going to have to wait till the next patch. I keep getting worried we're going to run into that point soon. Let's get some crit. Elsewhere, meanwhile, in the 13th, totally think this is Jack. I hope it's Jack. Chaos. Well, that's different. That's spooky. Oh, it's the villain from No More My Hero Academy. My Hero Academia.
And thus I am returned. To be swallowed, bereft of saviors.
Very interesting. Let paths unwalk, adventures spur, pulses quicken, spirits stir. I think we've got the end of MSQ right here. Yep. Oh, they left us on a cliffhanger until the next big patch. Okay, well, there we go. So what other quest do we have here? I have an 85, that's a job quest. So let's go to Charlian and unlock the 24-man content. Which I believe is here. I'm still curious what this level 80 quest is, because I don't know what that is. Maybe I should go there first. Go see what that is. Let's go to the Scholar's Harbor. I don't know how I would have, like, missed a quest for this long. It's level 80. Might just be sightseeing along. Have I never picked up this quest? Babeth Ironheart. Interesting, it's snowing. And you look pretty cool. I'm assuming this has to be some kind of sightseeing log or something. Yep, sightseeing log. Yeah. Sightseeing log expanded. Yeah. Right, that was exactly what I thought it would be. Now to go to... Yeah, we need to head over here to the Baldessian Annex. Devin's played a scary... I want to see... someone in our free company just mentioned someone's adventure played a scary. That is kind of creepy. No. It's perfect. So the FC is talking about this thing. Yeah, it's like I like the overall design, just the picture's creepy. This is, Kochi didn't see it. This is what my adventure plate looks like. I think it turned out pretty well. Got the transparent background. I want to add a little bit more to it. I like the transparency. Well, I still want some kind of design behind it. But, I am using glossing. Like, it's hard to tell what's there. This grid looks pretty good. And I like these lines. Triangles look cool, too. These are the squares. I'll keep it as it is for now. Yeah. Let's see, let's go to the Baldessian Annex. Yeah. Hey, it's a Dodge. Dodge done their plate? Oh, Dodge's plate looks good. I'm not gonna say what I'm typing here. For Kochi, I was saying Dodge's plate has a lot of ramen energy. Ramen energy. I'm sure you understand that comparison. Do I need to bring it back up, Kochi? I'm sure you would agree with me that this has a lot of ramen energy. Look all that ramen energy there. 100% ramen energy. Yeah. A mission in Mordona. Ah, Anna, welcome back. Are you perchance here to see Kryl? I'm given to understand that she has a task for which she desires your assistance. Wish I could see this guy better, but there's so many people here. I shall fetch her at once. I don't know if Kochi's seen Kryl. Kryl's adorable. Anna, my thanks for coming. You're now available. I'd like you and Raha to assist me with the task I mentioned before. If we were to call on Anna, I assume the task in question is somewhat more exciting than sorting through paperwork, which I'm pleased to add, I have finished. So if Anna is ready, then so am I. Our venture to the bounty has only served to whet my appetite for fieldwork. Well, Graha, are you ready to kill God? Because I'm pretty sure we're going to kill God, and not just God, all 12 God. Not to oversell things, but I suspect you won't be disappointed. Ere I divulge the details, however, permit me to provide some background. As you know, our organization, the Students of Baldessian, was founded by my grandfather Gola. Our stated mission was to uncover the mysteries of Heidelin and interpret her will, particularly through the study of her gift to us. We've since learned the whole truth, and it might be said that we've fulfilled our mission, but our work is far from over. In the course of our endeavors, we've also sought to devise countermeasures against threats that come to light. Our involvement with the Warring Triad is an example of such. It is my belief that, in continuing to seek out the unknown and dealing with threats, we best carry on the student's mission. We best honor those we lost when the Isle of Val was... Oh, okay, yeah. Forgive me, I didn't mean to darken the mood. In saying all this, I simply wanted to clarify our organization's purpose for a new age. In line with said purpose, I've been reviewing new requests, and one in particular jumped out at me. It comes from none other than Rambros. Oh, we haven't talked to Rambros in a while. Truly, has something happened in Mordona then? So it would seem, and he wishes to entrust the matter to us. While his missive is sparse on details, he writes that it lies beyond the sun's expertise. Uncharted territory are the exact words he used. Ooh, that's good adventure words. I'd like you to meet with Rambros and conduct a preliminary surveying. What do you say? I'm on it, 100%. Wonderful. When you're ready, pray make your way to Revenant's Tull. I shall let Rambros know to receive you there. I must remain here to oversee our operations, but should it transpire that more hands are needed, don't hesitate to send word. Well, there's no time like the present. If you go on ahead to Revenant's Tull, I shall make ready and then be on my way. Drink water, y'all. Alright, time to go to Revenant's Toll. Yeah, sure, I'll pay the gull. Wait on Graha. Oh look, Kochi, it's a wild Ratharos. Hopefully they'll still be there when I finish the cutscene. There you are, Anna. Good seeing we're early. My apologies for the wait. It's Rambros. Been a while since we've seen this dude. Rambros, what a pleasure to see you again. How have you been? Pleasure's all mine, my friend. I've been well, and it gladdens me to see that you are too. Now, I know you have many demands upon your time, so I shall explain the particulars of our request at once. Recently, an explorer came to us who claimed to have discovered the Phantom Realm. Phantom Realm? Is this Yu-Gi-Oh? So this is what you meant by uncharted territory. You're not familiar, perhaps unsurprising given that it's a lesser known legend. What is the Phantom Realm, Graha? This legend holds that across Eorzea, there exists a realm that appears as a mirage. Though visible from a distance, it fades away as one draws near. While it has featured in myths since ancient times, the realm's existence could not be proven, and thus it is seldom mentioned in literature. In spite of this, fueled by rumors of the occasional sighting, the myth has persisted and continues to capture the hearts and minds of explorers. That yourself should reach out to us. Is it real then? When first the explorer in question approached us, we doubted him, but we couldn't doubt the evidence of our senses. Nay, the realm is real, as you will soon see for yourselves. Interesting. The gods! A part of me still struggles to believe it, but we have no reason to doubt him. Yeah, let's go check this place out. Seek out the explorer, one Derek. Okay. Okay, near the banks of Silver Tear Lake. Alright, let's go look for our explorer. Hopefully that Rathalos is still there so you can get a look at it. Oh no. There's a fake Sephiroth. I mean, to be fair, that's a really good, like, Sephiroth glamour. But it looks like the Rathalos is gone, sadly. Pretty sure I don't have Rathalos. Fairly certain, anyway. Yeah, I don't have Rathalos. I have a kitty. Explorer doesn't appear to be in the area, so it looks like we're just gonna have to fly around and look around for this random guy. I'm assuming he's over there, considering I see a bunch of people on a cutscene. I am not joining the fate. It's a baby Opopo. What's a little Opopo doing here? Monkey. That's his friend. I am Derek. You are a very pretty boy. With a monkey. Found him injured during one of my journeys and tended to him. Since then, he has taken to following me around. Monkey. Yeah. You're the hero who delivered our star from doom, are you not? What good fortune that one as capable as you should lend her aid. Of course, I will show you the entrance at once. It's time we got. Oh, we still have an hour left before I have to stop streaming. Nice. I am so hungry though. Yeah. Looking forward to getting some food once this stream's over. It's just walking on top of the water. Very interesting. This is just like Oriange's spell. Someone conceived the means to do this at will? An intriguing individual. Perfectly safe, I assure you. Come. Monkey. Really? In the lake? I mean, to be fair, this lake has been like... This whole area was shrouded in mystery in 1.0. Very dangerous. And then after the war, where Midgard Samir took down that giant Garlean aircraft, I don't think many people venture into the water because it isn't safe. I like how Graha's excited about the water. Little invisible bridge. Very interesting. I mean, this is definitely a lot of proof. Oh, that's bright. It hurts. I had the same feeling, my friends. Oh, this looks like Elpis. This is the Phantom Realm. And there's, like, the symbols of the 12. Phantom Realm real? Are the 12 more than primals? The Umphalos. The way it looks like Elpis makes... Were they around then, or is this a creation from Elpis? To think that the entrance would lie over Silvertear Lake. There's nothing out of the ordinary with the environment. The sights, the sounds, the smells, all appear as they should in nature. That is to say, this place is no illusion. Very pretty. I'm sure that they're noticing the marks of the 12. I bid you welcome to the navel of the Phantom Realm. Navel. Umphalos. I wonder if it's Omphalos. I'm going to call it Umphalos. So hungry. Yeah, look. It's the 12. Here we go. Hidden note. Limlian is my guardian, the navigator. Let's see, let me look at something in Discord chat real quick. I don't know why I pressed start. You can't pause this game. But yeah, you're gonna get a little bit of a low frame rate while I'm off screen. Raha looks happy. The Oomphilus, you said this place is called. A name of my own conception, I confess. I felt we needed something to call it. At least you wonder the word means navel in an ancient tongue, an allusion to Mordona's location in the heart of Aldenard. As you can see, these are man-made structures and the place appears well kept, but there isn't a single soul in evidence. 'Tis my hope that you'll help me shed some light upon this realm, to learn who created it and to what end. I'd also like to know why it has revealed itself now. Is it simply chance? In any case, let us begin by taking a look around. I wonder if it's only visible now because of Eidolon. That would make sense. I feel like this is a what's the word I'm looking for here? a construct of the uncentered. Let's go with those words.